It's Kayland Partee, and for my Comp 2 class, I'm interviewing foster mother Partee on her thoughts about adoption and foster care. How you doing, Ms. Partee?
I'm doing fine.
Alright, first question. My ex, what is your occupation?
I'm a therapeutic foster parent.
Therapeutic foster parent. Okay. How long have you been a foster parent?
About 5 years in April.
5 years. What would you say are some of the pros and cons about being a foster parent?
Well, there's a lot of pros and cons of being a foster parent. The rewarding part is that you're actually trying to help somebody. You know, everybody needs a home, a family, and someone to love them. But there's a lot of drawbacks to it too, and the reality of it that you're taking children who aren't accustomed to a traditional family setting and trying to mold them into one. And there's going to be a lot of drawbacks there, resistance there, and it's not an easy job.
Would you ever consider adoption?
Oh, I would love to adopt it, but I do understand that's a major endeavor as well, because you're committing yourself to that child for X number of years for the good, the bad, and whatever the outcome may be, that you've committed yourself to it. But adoption is a wonderful thing to do, and there's a lot of older children out there begging to be adopted. I think that everyone who has an extra room in their home should also just take it into consideration.
What would be your main reason to adopt?
Just to give a child a family, that they have a home to come back to, and memories to grow up with. And you know, there's times when we all need a helping hand. And to say that I have a mama, I have a brother, I have a sister, somebody that I can call up in life to get advice from or help me when I'm down. But everyone needs that.
Okay. What are some of your thoughts on the foster care system?
Well, in being in the foster care system for 5 years, I've seen the reality of it. And it's not a good system. It's not a place that you would want to ever find any of your family members. It's a system that houses children, and the average child there is placed in special ed because they basically have very little educational background behind them, and there's no endeavor to help them with their educational skills. And from special ed, they're told, the statistics states that they go from there to prison to a grave. And the only outlook they have other than that the child will go into assisted living homes, that someone will care for them the rest of their life because they have not received a proper education in school, that they will ever be able to take care of themselves. And that there's no system in place that will help that child who's been left behind to catch up.
Okay, saying that, do you think that some people use the foster care system for the wrong reason?
Well, there are a lot of foster parents out there for the wrong reason who take the children in and they call them their paychecks. They house them no more than they would a dog. They feed them, they give them a place to lay their head, and that's the only thing they do. No love, no nurturing, no concern about their well-being or their welfare at all. They're just a paycheck to them. But as far as a foster child being placed there, he's only placed there because there's no other options. His family setting that he's been pulled from has been determined to be unhelpful. There's no existence for a child to be there. So he has no options but to come into the system.
Okay, so is there any, like, what if you had to describe adoption and foster care system in one word, what would it be?
I would call it, in one word, warehousing. It's a money-making business for many people, but it's basically just warehousing children.
Okay, and last question. Do you think such companies such as like Feed the Children or Red Cross, all of them, do you think it's like a warehouse money making? Like, do they just take your money, or are they actually trying to help?
No, I do think there are some legitimate agencies out there. Red Cross, they do a legitimate job as far as feeding the children, a legitimate job. But there are certain programs they give out Toys for Tots, because I've gotten bags and bags of toys for children that didn't even need them. They end up going straight to the trash. That's totally a waste.
So is there anything you'd like to add?
I would like to add that foster care system can be a good program, and there is a need. And there's a need for good parents that are willing to take in children to help them. But at the same time, there are bad parents out there. and that the system is well aware of, and yet they'll let them stay on the program because there's a lack of foster parents. There should be more effort put out there to make it known that good foster parents are in demand.
I just want to say thank you for taking time out of your schedule for allowing this interview. Thank you.
You're
Thank
most
you.
welcome.
Thank you to the viewer for watching.